Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday, May 11th, and the NBA, my three best bets are on the way. What's going on? My name is Austin from Calling Our Shot. Before we dive into a recap from yesterday, I do want to say and address two things that we're going to talk about. Number one, today, right before I was going to record this video, and we talked about this in the MLB video posted right before this one, my internet dropped. Maybe that's a sign of, hey, the picks are so bad I can't even afford internet. Or maybe that's a sign of some good things turning around as we're going to bare bones editing. Because the last time I tried to record a video on a hotspot, which is what I'm doing right now with overlays and things, looked like I was recording on a BlackBerry. So no, we're just going to have strictly just the video. I'll talk about the picks in the video. So I'll even put timestamps about each pick. I'll also put them down below in the pinned comment in the description. You can tap into those. I know the picks have been great recently, but maybe this is what we need. Maybe we need to go back to the bare bones. Just me talking, no overlays, no chats, nothing like that, no graphics, just straight to the meat and the chicken, bones, whatever. You get what I mean. We're going 3-0 today. Without further ado, we must do a recap of how we did yesterday. It was a 1-2 day. Let's talk about it. Our winner of the day, Andrew Nembhard, under 17.5 points, rebounds, and assists. If Nembhard went over, I probably wouldn't be back here for the rest of the NBA season. I'd have to hang it up till October because he was sucking all of yesterday. Got into foul trouble. Of course, in the last closing minutes, he ends up getting the game winner as he hits his longest three in his career. I was like, yep, sounds about right. I was just waiting for him to get some free throws at the end of the game to go over as he ended with 16. Our two losers, TJ McConnell, literally could not make a layup. And then Nikola Jokic really didn't get going until late in that game as the Nuggets put a stomping on the Timberwolves. So 1-2 day. I know it has been great. Yesterday I did talk about I would do a giveaway if we had a losing day. I'm still going to honor that giveaway, but because I can't put any graphics or comments or things up on the screen because of, I really have limited capability here, people, I will not have a giveaway in this video, but tomorrow morning we're going to run the same thing. So I'll have a giveaway winner announced tomorrow, regardless of how today goes. But again, if I do not deliver a winning day, going 2-1 on the picks I talk about in this video, I will give away $50 to one random person that goes down below in the comments, drops their best bet. If I don't have a winning day and you guys deliver a winner in the comment, you could potentially win $50. Just trying to give back to y'all because I keep delivering just terrible picks, but I'm confident today is going to turn things around. I really like the slate today. Before we dive into things, let's get right into it. Hit that subscribe button. First pick of the day, we're going to go to that Cleveland Cavaliers series against the Boston Celtics. Now we're in Cleveland, and I'm running it back. Jayson Tatum over 9.5 rebounds, -120 on DraftKings, playing this for 1 unit. Obviously, if you are new here, you don't know, but we ran this in game 2, and Tatum put us in pain as he had 6 rebounds, 5 or 6 in the first quarter, and it was 7. He did not feel like grabbing a single rebound. I had a couple that could have been questionably given to him because he tipped it to other guys, whatever. He did not get the job done. And I've learned my lesson in this playoffs. When you don't run back your losses, they always are green. You just saw Al Horford, first quarter points, easiest bet of a lifetime. Miles Turner easily went over. Aaron Nesmith was the one loser that if he ran back did not cash yesterday, but Jamal Murray was free, things of that nature. I'm running back Mr. Jayson Tatum. Now, in game 1, Tatum obviously had 11 rebounds, 15 rebound chances, and like I said in game 2, 7 rebounds on 13 rebound chances. The Celtics, plain and simple, got dominated in the paint. 60 paint points by the Cavaliers. That's not going to cut. I anticipate their defense to be much better today. And with their defense being better, probably more rebounds to go around. Like I talked about in that last video when I talked about Jayson Tatum's over in rebounds, he had hit this over in 6 straight games versus Cleveland with 12, 11, 10, 11, 13, and 11 rebounds. You can take the rebounds plus assists if you want, but I don't think he gets the 14.5 or 15.5 line there if he doesn't get 10 boards. So I'm going to trust him. He probably gets 10 rebounds by halftime because that was what would happen if I didn't pick it. And I really think he's got a good chance. The Cavaliers shot 55% last game. Can't imagine they do that once again, except for probably Darius Garland. If you want a free winner, he probably goes over 15.5 points because I will not be on it today. I really think Jayson Tatum's in for a great rebounding game. Like I said, last game, only 31 total rebounds for the Celtics. After having 55 in game 1, we don't need a total of 55 rebounds going to the Celtics today. But if we get anywhere in that 40 to 45 range, I really like Jayson Tatum to at least grab 10 of them. He's obviously, like I said, weak side, guarding Okoro and guarding those guys. Anticipate their defense to be better today. Give me Jayson Tatum over 9.5 rebounds as my first pick of the day. Now let's move to the second pick. We're going to move the Cavaliers away from the Cavs game and go to the Mavs versus Thunder game. Now I'll talk about who I think wins and covers after this one. If you wanted my lean in the first game, I think the Celtics cover pretty easily. Now for the second game, I'll talk about who I think wins and covers after this pick. Because it's our man, Jalen Williams, over 19.5 points, -104 on FanDuel. J-Dub, as they call him. I anticipate he has a pretty good game here. I was going to take the points plus assists, but End of the day at 24.5, 25.5. I don't see J-Dub getting 6 or 7 assists today. So I think he's going to need 20 points, and that's what we're getting here. 20 points at 19.5 line. That's what we need. Now, obviously, in the first 2 games of the series, Williams honestly hasn't played well. In game 1, he scored 18 points on 6 of 15 shooting. Did miss 2 of his 6 free throws, so did go under. Last game, barely went over at 20 points right on the hook, positive side. 7 of 17 shooting. He just hasn't shot well. Less than 40% from the field in the first 2 games of the series. Not really what we've seen out of J-Dub. Still playing big minutes. 36 minutes in game 1, despite missing the final 3 minutes, 30 seconds due to a blowout. And then played 39 minutes last game. He is a guy that will play a ton of minutes because they need him out there to shot create and just either put the ball in the basket or create shots for his other teammates. We saw Williams this season, very efficient, 54% from the field. So the fact he shot 40% the last 2 games tells me, hey, he's going to start knocking down some more shots in this one. This season, he averaged about 19 points per game, but he only played 31 minutes per game. You've seen the postseason. He's been playing a lot more minutes, especially in this series. He scored 20 points in 70% of games when he plays 35 more minutes, and 87% of games when he plays 35 minutes and shoots 15 times, a number that he has easily shot the first 2 games in this series. Now you're on the road in Dallas. I don't anticipate all the role players like Chet Holmgren's been really bad on the road. Don't anticipate all the other guys to be playing really well on the road. I think J-Dub has to play pretty well. So I really like his over in points tonight, 19.5. He's going to continue to see big minutes. And now that Josh Giddey's basically relegated to the bench, you're going to have the ball in his hands a little bit more. Obviously, in the regular season, Giddey saw the ball in his hands a lot more because he was a good, point forward, if you will. So J-Dub over 19.5 points. I don't think the line changes. I think 19.5 is where it ends, but maybe you get more juice at like minus 125. I really like Jalen Williams over in points tonight. And then my third and final pick of the day, actually going to back another Oklahoma City Thunder. These are the 2 guys I expect to have to carry them tonight. And it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SGA, over 42.5 points, rebounds, and assists, minus 110 on BetMGM. Now, I would play this at 43.5. Honestly, normally I just play Shai's over in points. However, the rebounds and assists have been bonkers so far this series. I don't see them changing a ton. I don't think they've adjusted the lines enough to match what he's really been putting out so far in terms of the rebounds and assists. So I think there's a lot of value taking the PRA over just the points, which is 29.5. Now, obviously, I've talked about Giddey. He's been moved basically to the bench. He might not even start tonight. Aaron Wiggins been playing a lot. But even if he does start, he's just a liability defensively and won't play a ton of minutes. So in turn, the other guys out on the court, Lou Dort, he ain't running the offense. You got Chet, he's not running the offense. And then outside of them, you maybe got Aaron Wiggins or maybe Isaiah Joe. Those are other guys not really running the offense for him. And then maybe Jalen Williams, the one comes off the bench. You look, at the end of the day, the ball's going to be in J-Dub's hand, Jalen Williams, or you're going to have it in SGA's, which is why I like both of them tonight to carry the load for OKC. Now in game 1, SGA cleared this line, 29 points, 8 of 19 shooting, not a great shooting night, but had 9 rebounds and 9 assists, good for 47 PRAs. He also played 36 minutes, and as I talked about with Jalen Williams above, he missed the final 3 minutes, 30 seconds due to a blowout. In game 2, soared over this line, 33 points on 13 of 24 shooting, 12 rebounds and 8 assists, 53 PRAs, played 41 minutes, a huge game. Again, on the road, if the Thunder are losing here, well, you're going to see even more minutes for SGA because he's their number 1 guy. They're going to get the ball into his hands, especially late in this game, if that's what it comes down to. But this has just been a much easier spot for SGA to score than it was last game when he had last series when he had Herb Jones on him. Now, obviously, the Mavs are still throwing some double teams at him left and right. But I still do think now that you don't have Josh Giddey out there, who's more or less a liability from the 3-point line, except for those random 4 3-point games, you're going to need SGA to be aggressive in those spots. And it's harder to send double teams when you got a guy like Isaiah Joe shooting 40%, 45% from 3. Look, this series, we've seen SGA, the field goal attempts and free throw attempts are there. Game 1, 19 field goal attempts, 13 free throw attempts, something we know he's really good at drawing free throws. Game 2, not as many free throw attempts, only 6, but 24 field goal attempts. So the fact he shot 30-plus field goal attempts and free throw attempts combined, pretty good for the usage. But like I said, they haven't really adjusted, in my opinion, to the potential rebounds, potential assists. He's averaged 13.5 potential assists in this series, 16 potential rebounds. We've talked about him. He's not guarding Luka Doncic. He's not guarding Kyrie Irving, who probably goes off tonight because that's just how it be. Instead, he's guarding guys like, Derek Jones Jr. And like Derek Jones Jr., while he is, he's a high flyer, they're going to leave him open. And Shai's going to be down there to grab some boards. PJ Washington coming off a big game. I imagine they're a little bit tighter on him. But that's still been the Thunder defensive scheme all year long. We're going to try to trap your best players, make those other guys knock down shots against us. And if they're not knocking down them, which the Mavs, in this postseason, it's really been hard to string together 2 good shooting games. SGA should be down there to grab some boards, as Chet Holmgren's going to have to box out either Lively or Gafford. I really like this PRA line for SGA. 42.5. He should play close to 40 minutes today, close to 18 to 20 field goal attempts, maybe even more. And I really think he could be dishing it to J-Dub, and maybe J-Dub is laying it in, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. So those are my 3 favorite picks of the day. Apologies for no graphics or overlays. Like I said, my internet went down. I don't know why. Hopefully I can get it fixed for tomorrow. But either way, hopefully maybe if the bare bones goes 3-0, tomorrow you get bare bones episode again, because I need to string together some winning days. So if the 3-0 card happens like this, I'll be running it back tomorrow, but try to make it as easy as possible with the timestamps and the picks in the pinned comment to hopefully save you guys some time if you just scroll through the videos typically. Y'all have a wonderful Saturday. If you want to go check out our MLB video where we brought up the Brewers, went 5-0 yesterday, go tap into that. It was posted right before this one. You guys have a great Saturday. I'll see you guys back in tomorrow. More picks, and hopefully we're recapping a 3-0 card, hopefully at least a winning card. Like I said, if I don't have a winning card, I'll give away $50 to one random person that just comments down below their best bet. And the best bet's got to cash too. So comment your favorite pick down below. Potentially be $50 richer tomorrow. And like I said, I'll do the $50 giveaway winner from yesterday's video since we didn't have a winning day. I'll just announce it tomorrow when hopefully I have some internet. If I don't, then we'll figure it out then. But let's not wish about that. Let's talk about this 3-0 card we're about to have. You guys have a great Saturday. See you guys again tomorrow. Peace.